Spider-Man.
Spider-Man came out today.
Yesterday.
Or yesterday.
In Canada, I don't know.
Depending on when we upload this. Maybe next week, last week, I don't know.
Last year it came out. Well, Spider-Man came out last year. I got to say, biggest letdown of 2012.
What? Not even.
Well, first impressions. We were watching a live stream. Slayer from The Crew, right?
Yeah.
Twitch TV, Slayer, The Crew. They had a live stream up. We'll link you to it if you want to see. Maybe the recorder. I don't know. We left. Well, he left pretty early. I was there for a while, you know, because I have no life. And what did you see that you liked?
Dude, the combat was so sick. Well, I thought the combat was sick. It reminded me of...
It was good.
It reminded me of Batman.
Yeah.
Arkham? Yeah.
I think the game's been in development for like 2 years though. So maybe... It's been in development... When did Arkham Asylum come out? 2 years ago, right?
2009, I think.
10-ish? Eh? Well, yeah, it's been in development around the same time Arkham Asylum was released. So, I don't know, I can't really say if they ripped each other off, so it's like whatever. Who really cares about that? The thing is that Spider-Man, it flows good. Like, all the weird things that Batman does, you know, jumping from place to place, like 30 feet away. Like, he doesn't even backflip there, he just, like, teleports there somehow. It feels more natural with Spider-Man and the Spidey sense, too, you know, when he counter and stuff like that. Also, it's a lot more cinematic, like, when he does things. It feels, I don't know, it feels cool. It feels, like, fresh. Not really fresh.
I gotta say, though, in the game, there are a couple of dull parts in it, because you go in the sewers a ton.
Yeah, which is weird, because...
And you guys should know if you're a Spidey game fan. Sewers and Spider-Man don't mix.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, in games, because it just really slows down gameplay, because they're, like, constricted to corridors and walls and things like that.
But they do have some epic boss battles where you actually go around the whole city, and that's pretty cool. Also,
the enemy robots, it's a bit generic. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying it's a bit generic, like, robots.
Hey, well, they have thugs. And who else uses thugs? Batman,
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying,
that's a bit generic.
A very limited range of villains from what we saw. I watched for like 5 hours, right? He was basically doing a playthrough on the live stream, and I was pretty much paying more attention to the chat because people in there were funny. But from what we saw, the villains they had, like it was pretty much limited to that one, the professor dude, and the robots. And maybe Rhino. I don't think he fought him in the live stream, but I think that's it. Like, it's not... Like, I wish they would have incorporated side stories, or maybe we didn't see that because the Slayer was just doing the main story. So maybe we didn't see any side stories of, like, different villains. So,
possibly. Hope so. I don't know. Well, if you like Spider-Man, I say give this game a chance. It's pretty decent. It's probably one of the best Spider-Man games that have been out in a while.
Well, people really like Shattered Dimension. I've never played it.
Yeah,
they say it has a really good take on Spider-Man. So, yeah.
It's by the same company, Beanox, except they're trying to do a free roam.
Yeah. Well,
so that's why you shouldn't be too harsh on them, because it's their first time making a free roam game, and...
Yeah. I haven't really heard much from Beanox besides the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, they've been pretty much only making Spider-Man games. Beanox.
And then, also there are these times where you have to return to the apartment to, like, I don't know, acquire information or talk to Professor Connors. And for me, I thought that really broke up the gameplay. Because, like, this is open world, right? And all of a sudden I'm dropping into an apartment to get missions or information. And, like, most of the cutscenes took place in the apartment anyways. So, and I think they could have done more, like, you have this great city environment. And, like, your central, like, mission hub is like in the apartment. So I don't know.
I kind of like the fact that you have to go back to the apartment, because it's sort of like a headquarters in a way. And that's where you fix up your suit, which I like. That was pretty cool. They have a feature in the game where your suit
gets ripped. Not like Batman Arkham Asylum, right, or City.
Yeah.
Like it gets ripped. You know, scratches on the cowl. You know, on the cape, on the glider, and like little scratches and tears, and like. But Spider-Man gets effed up, man.
Yeah,
like tears and like scars everywhere.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Spider-Man's suit being ripped, that's not staged at all. That's it depends on how much you take damage. Not like in Batman where it is staged, such as like
after a boss fight, maybe.
Yeah, after like a boss fight where he gets blown up. Or
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to the what's it called. I played the games, both of them, but. I haven't really paid attention to that part.
Yeah, but
or not, but it might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Spider-Man could really get effed up, like really bad, and his suit is completely teared up. It looks awesome. I think it looks sweet.
Yeah.
That was a thumbs up for me. I like that. They should do that more often in games. That's freaking awesome.
Also, I don't know. I think Jose disagrees with me, but the character models like Spidey. He looks really detailed, you know, the up-close camera when you're swinging.
Spider-Man's really detailed.
And, like, the swing is really, like, it's cool, right? Like, when you swing, it's all cinematic, the camera's right there next to you. And it just feels cool and new. But, I don't know, like, Spidey looks really good, but I think the people around him, they're kind of, like, subpar. Yeah. I don't know. That's my thing.
Yeah, I guess so, but... But like as I said before, models are pretty much the same in every game. And look, I know I'm comparing a lot to Batman because this new Spider-Man game is pretty much influenced by Batman Arkham Asylum. In many ways.
Maybe not influenced, but
it's influenced in a way. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. And sorry for comparing it this much, but
what makes sense too. I mean, it's the closest.
Yeah, but like, anyways, Spider-Man, their models, yes, they're pretty shitty, whatever. They don't pay attention on the civilians as much as the main characters, because they put detail in the main characters, but not as much on the civilians. But, I guess I could argue that it's the same way in Batman, because if you look at the enemies, they're the same.
They're the same, but there's detail on them though.
Yeah, there's detail, but there's only like 3 character models for the enemies,
yeah.
So that's what I'm arguing on.
Yeah, and I guess since Spider-Man, it has like different civilians in different clothes and stuff.
Yeah,
you'll meet the same ones, but like in Arkham, it's pretty much like Joker's bad guys and Penguin's bad guys, and like you see them everywhere, and like those are all the people you interact with. But yeah.
Yeah, it's the same enemies though.
Anyways, final thoughts on Spidey?
In my opinion,
let's rate it as a fan of Spidey, the game, like, out of 10. And then as a game.
Alright, well, as a game, I would say maybe a 7. 7.
7's good.
7 out of 10? Yeah. And then as a fan, I would probably give it an 8.
Yeah, I feel the same. As a game, like, it did a lot of new stuff. The swinging mechanics, the combat, the web rush, we didn't talk about that. The web rush was really cool, but, I don't know, with the enemies being kind of generic, the robots too. Also the missions, you go around, like, save civilians. I mean, that's been present in all the Spidey games, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think they could have done more, like, puzzles and stuff like that. Like, there's this one puzzle where, like, he shoots web into every corridor and has to feel the vibrations, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But, like, let's say you feel the vibration, and you go into the corridor, like, to find the guy you have to fight. It'd be cool if they would expand it on that, like, like a puzzle with it. I don't know how it would work. I don't know, I'm not a game developer. But, I don't know. It just felt little... Like, they tried to do a lot of new stuff that was good, but, I don't know, I felt like there could have been more, is what I'm saying. But again, these are first impressions. We saw in the live stream, take it with a grain of salt, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think it really depends on how a person plays the game, because if I was playing that game, I'd be pretty much swinging around all day.
Yeah, and the guy was mostly focusing on missions, so I guess, like, and collecting comic books.
Yeah, so...
That's pretty cool, like, cinematic, you get the comic books.
So in a way, maybe my official rating, 8.5.
Because it tried new stuff?
Yeah, because
and it works.
And it works, and I like the combat. That combat.
Yeah,
awesome.
It looks really good with Spidey.
It looks good with Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys don't believe that it looks good, but to me it looks.
Yeah, these are personal opinions.
It looks really
We're
good.
not professionals or anything.